Welcome to 4th class English. Good morning, children. This is R. Sujana, your English teacher. Last week we completed the lesson called A Trip of Memories. A Trip of Memories. Today we will do the activities part related to this lesson called A Trip of Memories. All of you pick up your English textbook and get ready with the pencil. Go to page number 33 in your English textbook. Okay, page number 33. See the activity 2. Read the sentences given below and write true T or false F in the given brackets. Here they have given you 10 sentences. You have to identify whether it is a true sentence or a false sentence. Okay, so you have to use T for true, F for false. Let's see. First one, Harsha and members of his family plan to visit Harsley Hills. Harsha and members of his family plan to visit Harsley Hills. Is it true? No, na? So Hemant and his family members, they went to Harsley Hills. So but Hemant wrote a letter to Harsha. So this sentence is a false one. Harsha did not go. Hemant went. So this is false. Second, all the family members went to Vijayawada railway station by a car. Is it correct? No. Hemant's family members, they went to Vijayawada railway station by an auto. So the answer is F, false. The journey on the Ghat road was exciting with many curves. This is true because the journey on the Ghat road is very exciting because it consists of so many curves. So you feel delighted traveling on a Ghat road. Next, they all enjoyed the joyful ride onto the hills. Yes, Hemant's family members, they enjoyed the ride to the hills. So answer is T, true. Next, Harsley Hills is totally covered with green trees and colorful flowers. Yes, this is correct. So answer is T, true. Sixth one, the weather condition is in summer is very hot in Harsley Hills. This is false because Harsley Hills is a hill station. The weather in Harsley Hills is very cool in summer, but here they are mentioning it is hot in summer. So answer is false, F. Next, Galibanda is famous for strong winds. So answer is true, T. Next, we see wild animals regularly in Harsley Hills. We see wild animals regularly in Harsley Hills. So the answer is false, F. We don't see the animals regularly. Okay, they come. They often visit the. Occasionally they come on the hill station. So bears, wild dogs, leopards, panthers and tigers, they appear occasionally. We already studied this thing in that lesson, A Trip of Memories. So answer is false, F. Rabindranath Tagore composed a tune for Janagana Mana. Is it correct? No. Actually, Janagana Mana song was translated from Bengali to English by Rabindranath Tagore. Janagana Mana was written by Rabindranath Tagore, but it was written in Bengali. So it is our national anthem. But he translated Janagana Mana from Bengali to English in Madanapalli. So here Mrs. Margaret Cousins, a British woman, composed a tune for our national anthem. So here the answer is false. Rabindranath Tagore translated, not composed. Margaret Cousins composed the tune. So answer is false, F. 10th one, Rabindranath Tagore translated Janagana Mana from Bengali to English. Just now I told you, na? So this is true, T. Let's move on to the next activity. Vocabulary activity. So here we study a new concept called synonyms. Synonyms, what exactly this word means. First one, read the following sentences and observe the underlined words. I quickly had my bath. I hurriedly had my bath. I instantly had my bath. So here these words quickly, hurriedly and instantly, they carry the same meaning. Such kind of words are called synonyms. A synonym is a word that has nearly the same meaning as the another word. Synonyms are the words that carry the same meaning. So here they have given some examples. Wonderful. Wonderful means admirable, amazing, astonishing. Means these three words, they carry the same meaning. Meaning here they have the same kind of meaning. Vacation. Vacation, what are the synonyms for vacation? Break, holiday. Suppose you are going to your grandmother's place on a vacation, you can use the same, you can use holiday for this same sentence. I'm going to my grandmother's place on a holiday. Okay, like this. So these synonyms are the words that carry the same meaning. See the next one. Read the following paragraph carefully and observe the underlined words carefully. Harsley Hills is a well-known tourist spot in Andhra Pradesh. It is also called the Ooty of Andhra Pradesh. We feel a cool breeze and enjoy looking at the heavy bushes. We see a good-looking scenery and high mountains there. The whole area is filled with green trees and colorful flowers. The temperature is very cool. So here they have given a description about Harsley Hills. This is the paragraph. A paragraph is nothing but a set of sentences, and they in these paragraphs we talk about a particular topic. Here the topic is Harsley Hills. So Harsley Hills is a well-known tourist spot. They underline the word well-known. So here Harsley Hills is well-known means very famous, popular spot in Andhra Pradesh, and it is also known as Ooty of Andhra Pradesh. Why Ooty of Andhra Pradesh? Because of the cool breezes and very pleasant weather. It is also known as Ooty of Andhra Pradesh. It has heavy bushes and it has a good looking scenery. The whole area is filled with green trees and colorful flowers. The temperature is very cool. Okay. So if anyone asks you about Harsley Hills, you can tell this thing like Harsley Hill is a famous tourist spot in Andhra Pradesh. It is known as Ooty of Andhra Pradesh. The weather in Harsley Hills is very cool and pleasant. You can see very good number of green trees and colorful flowers. You can say in simple sentences. Okay. All of you go to page number 35, activity number 3. Now fill in the blanks with the suitable synonyms in the following. Use the help box. Here they have given a box called help box. Famous, beautiful, climate, covered, dense. So you have to use these words in the given, fill in the blanks. Let's see. Harsley Hills is a dash tourist spot in Andhra Pradesh. Answer is famous. It is also called the Ooty of Andhra Pradesh. We feel cool breeze and enjoy looking at dense bushes. We see a beautiful scenery and high mountains there. The whole area covered with green trees and colorful flowers. The climate is very cool. So using those synonyms, you have to write in this, fill in the blanks. Let's move on to the activity number 4. Match the words with the suitable synonyms. Share. Here they have given 2 columns, number 1 to 5 and A to E. You have to do the matching. A, share. 2, pack. Touch. D, enjoy. Slope. So first one, sharing means what? distributing. So answer is E, distribute. Second, pack. Pack. What is the meaning of pack? Pack, bundle. So C. Touch. D, feel. Enjoy. A, delight. Slope. B, slant. Okay, so here this is the matching of the words with the suitable synonyms. Synonyms is nothing but a word that has the nearly the same meaning as the another word. They carry the same meaning. Okay, next let's move on to the next part. Next one, antonyms. Read the following sentence and observe the underlined words. You must go to Harsley Hills if you want to enjoy cold weather in hot summer. So they underline the word cold and hot. Actually, cold and hot, these two are opposite words to each other. So they are opposite in meaning. So these are called antonyms. Synonyms means they carry the same meaning, but antonyms is they carry the different meanings. So let's see different opposite words. I think you already studied some of them in your previous class. Write opposite words to the following words taken from the lesson. If there is a need, take the help of your teacher. So this is activity number 5 in your textbook, page number 36. Jolly, opposite, gloomy. Jolly, gloomy. Above, below. Big, small. Tall, short. Clean, dirty. Fresh, stale. Good, bad. Strong, weak. Silent, noisy. Bright, dark. So these are the opposite words. Learn them carefully. Let's move on to the next part, grammar. Okay, so let's see what we are going to learn here. Adjectives. You already studied in your 3rd standard also. They are very pretty much familiar to you. We studied describing words. These describing words, nothing but these adjectives. Read the following sentences taken from the lesson and identify adjectives. There are big and tall trees and dense bushes on either side of the road. They underline the words tall, dense. The underlined words in the sentence add special meaning to trees and bushes. In other words, they describe trees and bushes. These type of words are called describing words. Such words are called adjectives. Adjectives are nothing but the describing words. They describe here these tall and dense. These two words, they describe about trees and bushes. Okay, so let's move on to the next activity number 7. Go to page number 37. Pick out sentences with the describing words, adjectives from the story. Okay, so here we got to make use of the describing words that are available in the story. There are big and tall trees and dense bushes on either side of the road. The cool breeze of the hills touched our cheeks soft. Here, what is the describing word? Cool. We all enjoyed that joyful ride onto the hills. So joyful is the describing word here. So adjective is joyful. They were strong winds all the day. Here this word strong is the describing word of the wind. Okay, so strong is the adjective. Let's move on to the next one, activity 7. Here they have given fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks in the following sentences with the appropriate words from the box given below. Fluent, colorful, little, long, karate, poor. Here they have given some words in the box. So you have to use them in the appropriate sentence. There is a dash queue at the ticket counter. What is the word that should be written here? Long, long queue. The little girl is crying for her mother. There are colorful flowers in the garden. Kasim is a karate fighter. She speaks fluent English. Okay ma, let's move on to the next activity, page number 38. There is a matching given, activity number 8. Match the describing words under column A with the nouns under column B and put the right letter in the bracket. Okay, so here in the column A they have given the describing words. Describing words are nothing but the adjectives. In the column B they have given the nouns, means the naming words. So you have to do the matching of the nouns with the appropriate adjective or the describing words. First see A, dark. Dark is matched with night. C, night. Deep sea. Answer E. You can find C, S-E-A-C, deep sea. Next, blue is matched to sky. Blue, D, sky. Cool, moon. Bright sun. So I tell you once again, dark night, deep sea, blue sky, cool moon, bright sun. Got it? Here they have given writing. Read the following sentences and observe the punctuation marks at the end, full stop, question mark and exclamation. So here they have given a set of sentences. Just go through them. I quickly had my bath. They felt happy. Who is your English teacher? Have you ever been to Delhi? What a long queue it is. What a beautiful flower. So if you observe these sentences carefully, these sentences are different from others. In the first two sentences, 1 and 2, they ended with a full stop. Coming to the third and fourth sentences, they ended with a question mark, means they are the questions. Who is your English teacher? Have you ever been to Delhi? So these are the questions. So they should end with the question mark. Next one, what a long queue it is. What a beautiful flower. They ended with the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Okay. What did you observe from the above sentences? Okay, first 1 and 2 sentences are statements, third and fourth are questions, fifth and sixth are they express a sudden feeling of surprise. So when you come across a feeling of surprise, in that case we have to use exclamation mark. Okay, so an exclamation mark is used after the words or the sentences which express a feeling of surprise, happiness, anger, sorrow, or disappointment. When do you use exclamation mark? Exclamation mark is used in a sentence that expresses a sudden feeling of surprise. When you come across surprise, happiness, anger, sorrow, or disappointment, we make use of the exclamation marks. Suppose if you lose your pen, you say, "Alas, I lost my pen." Means a sudden feeling of disappointment, a sudden feeling of sadness. What a pity. Hooray, I have won the game. Suppose you won a game, so you feel very happy, na? Extreme happiness. In that case also exclamation mark is used. Let's see the activity number 9. Add the correct punctuation at the end. Full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark. Whatever the thing you learned in the previous topic, you have to make use of them here. You have to apply them. First sentence, you are late again. So it should end with a exclamation mark. Where is my pen? So it is a question. So it should end with a question mark. Kiran plays cricket every day. So Kiran plays cricket every day. So it should end with it is a statement. So it should end with a full stop. Where do you live? This is a question. So it should end with a question mark. Stop. All of you go to page number 40. See the sentence. Stop, you are making me angry. So angry means here you have to express the angry. So you have to make use of exclamation mark. After stop, you can see an exclamation mark. Stop, you are making me angry. Okay, next. My name is Naveen. This is a statement. So it should end with a full stop. Hey, look there, look here. So here, this is also a feeling of surprise. Hey, look here. So you have to use exclamation marks. I have a big house. So it should end with a full stop. Don't do that again. So it should end with a full stop. Will you help me? Here you are asking for a help. Will you help me? So it should end with a question mark. So suppose if you are given a set of sentences, you just observe them, identify whether they are statements or questions, or is there any feeling of surprise, sadness, angry, disappointment. So in that cases you have to make use of exclamatory marks. Okay ma, that's all for today. Meet you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.